home finds itself in need of an extra carpenter. I wondered if I might be able to borrow Bernard for a short while.
I don't mind if he don't. We're all friends here, aren't we?
Thank you, Martha. Do you know where I might find him?
He went up to Cressida on business. No idea what, mind. Place is a ruin. Far as I know, he's still there.
I'll look for him there then.
Fly, Ambrosia. Ready, go? Faster!
You deserve a rest.
And the lad who saved my...
You do, Bernard. Martha.
Oh, do? Building the work, and...
That's the spirit.
I couldn't ask if...
Of course.
Well, that there is Cressida, where I grew up. But I came up here hoping to But you're a dab hand when it...
It's the least I can... This shouldn't take long.
Silence!
That should do it.
You made short work of that lot. Thank you, son. Now my folks can rest in peace once more.
How long is it since the village was abandoned?
Oh, people... must be... oh, it may... soon as I'll meet...
That should take care of Mid's little list. Better head back before she thinks of anything else.
I'm sorry I ain't been back to see you in so long. But
Not here.
The little uns have been up to their old tricks again.
Shouldn't you be getting some rest soon?
All right,
Aye.
that's brilliant.
It-
No, sir.
That's my good deed for the day done. Let's see how Jill's faring.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Come to claim your just desserts? Here you are. All done?
Yeah. What's everyone whispering about?
Haven't you heard? Mid's back.
Which team? They-
The
Slavers don't even bother with Northreach now that all the highball flights. Fly, Ambrosia.
Cole,
Just about.
Doris sent me to find you.
I sent her.
Well,
I want
you, I won't let.
Thank you.
Don't. They're trying to get into the carriage. Too slow. Who are you? A friend. Are there any more survivors? Why didn't you flee with the others? If the goblins had made it through that door, you wouldn't have stood a chance.
Why should we run? One miserable death's no worse than another.
Perhaps. But we're here to give you another choice. Freedom, safety, the life you've been denied. Come with us. Let us protect you.
Sid, you weren't too late then.
This man risked his life to save yours.
Fine.
What we'll do with you is take you to safety.
You can leave the rest to us, Sid. We'll get everyone...
Thank you. I'll let...
Sid, if I'd... no. What?
We swore...
It's good to...
With all due respect, I won't...
I know. Thank you. I sometimes... But...
You were... Talia.
Recovering.
Oh,
Oh.
the shell. Oh, that's what he must have... You have the... You don't need... And we the operate...
I know.
I know.
I thought...
Just tell me...
No.
was easy enough to find. Now for those herbs. This is the only plant around here with blue flowers. I hope it's the right one. Should be enough to keep the infirmary stocked for a while. Hopefully this'll put Rodriguez.
I hope you didn't have too much trouble.
Only the usual.
Oh, yes. This is it.
You'll do.
The brand one, and even...
Curse break, they toil, and yet we have no... The day I decided that I would take Sid's name was the same day Taya took...
I remember. It wasn't long after we came. What little medicine Taya managed to salvage from the wreckage, she begged that your operation be delayed, and the procedure was even more dangerous back then those who were no longer with us. It wasn't something to be done.
No. But it was something He always led from the front, and never asked anyone to take a risk for his cause, even if he knew that it might cost him his...
Hold still!
I knew there'd be pain, and I would never... We all want our brands removed. Rodriguez, I know your work.
Thank you. I'm sorry. I'll let my fear get the better of me.
The little ones have been up to their old tricks. Jill looked white as a sheet.
Well, don't just stand there, go. You're rubbing me blind, you know.
Clive, where have you... where did you get him? Like, in the...
They were crossing a snowfield when they heard his cries, and...
What do you reckon, Tomes?
It certainly adds weight to the theory, Clive. I believe that Torgal may be no mere hound, but in one of our oldest bestiaries, I found reference to a frost wolf who served as guardian to an ancient queen. His name...
Fenrir the Frostwolf.
Now, the annals do not state it explicitly, but I, a girl from the Northern Territories, and one awakens as the dominant ocean.
You're saying that Jill granted Torgal his...
What?
Just like Fenrir. People called him my hound, but Torgal and Jill were inseparable. He grew up as a faithful companion to the Dom just when his master needed him the...
You're right. If it weren't for Torgal...
Quite. Though Torgal's power, his latent birthright as a frost, it had only to be unlocked.
Oh, get you, Torgal.
You're...
And regarding your original concern, you need why the beast has the appetite of a behemoth. Just this very morn, I found him with...
There you are! I've been looking everywhere for you. I need you...
It is.
Well, I couldn't have done it without you. But I promise, just you wait.
Then I look forward to see... Now that that's settled, I wonder if Vivian's made any progress tracking down Kupka.
We have everything we need to begin work in earnest. And work...
Thanks for before, son. That was a good deed you did me.
Thanks for letting me do this, Clive. I'll pay you back, I promise.
I think I'll wait till mid's away to take a tour of her dungeon.
How goes the...
Lad, we...
Well, if it... Word, you...
Clive, have you got a minute? We, have a guest.
A guest?
For your trouble. It was a pleasure, in hindsight.
Uncle Byron?
Clive, my boy! Tap a cask and stoke the ovens for your favourite uncle is here!
The Dalmekian government sues for peace. How shall we respond?
If they're willing to accept their fault in the matter, I see no reason to refuse them.
Still, we must insist on substantial reparations. The Twinside stores are not as bottomless as reported.
Aye, and we have many more mouths to feed. We shall just have to have the Dalmeks empty their treasuries for us.
Of course, none of this would have been possible without your timely intervention, Prince Olivier. Indeed, I doubt any of us would have had the courage to trade words with the mighty Titan, nor less the wit to win him over.
The Empire owes you a great debt.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you, Your Highness.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you.
Very good.
Now, let us come to the question of precisely when the Dalmex will withdraw their troops.
Dion's fire could rid us of them in mere moments. The men of the Fist will not withdraw until a peace treaty is concluded. So let us keep the negotiations open, give them time to gather what gold and trinkets they can, and once they deliver that which we demand, what worth is a piece of parchment?
Your Radiance, were Prince Dion to take the field, the enemy would surely send their own dominant to meet him. And while His Highness would of course prevail, there would be heavy losses on both.
You need not fear Hugo Kupka. He is engaged on the Western Front. Even were the Dalmex to send for him, he would not arrive in time. As much as I would enjoy witnessing a clash between Bahamut and Titan, it is not to be.
And what of your subjects, Your Radiance? If the fighting spread to the city proper, the people would bear the brunt of it.
There will be losses, it is true. Yet for every citizen who falls, another can be bred. For every home that burns, another can be built. The Empire will live on. Dion?
Yes, sire.
Prepare for battle.
But sire...
Do not make me repeat myself. Return to your camp and await my orders.
If that is your wish, Your Radiance, I shall depart at once. May Gregor forgive you.
What do the astrologers augur?
The stars are in agreement, Your Radiance. The shadow of treachery hangs over Prince Dion.
So Annabella's tales were true. You disappoint me, Dion.
What on earth is Uncle Byron doing here? Only one way to find out.
The little uns have been up to their old. It's just one thing after another around here.
How did you... Through the good offices of young Sir Wade. As are you, I hear. The Guardians and those... Which is...
You were working.
I was.
Then I have...
Gladly. There are 2,000 gold talents in those chests. See that they're added to my nephew's coffers.
2,000?
And I'm afraid...
A fleet sailing south past Port is...
Forgive me for not being able to tell you more. I hadn't the faintest idea Kupka withdrew wounded from Rosalith. Still less that my own nephew dealt the decisive...
What do you think, Vivian?
I think, with this news of the Dalmekian fleet, and come here and I'll show you. It is known that Kupka's forces entered Rosaria via its unguarded coast. So can the same be said of your visitors from Waloed? Certainly her Royal Navy is famed for the efficiency with which it bears her knights from one battlefield to the next. And in the Einherjar, or Black Galleon, she boasts a vessel nigh as swift and every bit as feared as the kingdom's legendary cavalry. A fitting flagship for a land apart, her naval presence being crucial to her ambitions beyond Ash. Yes, it seems safe to assume that the Royalists did indeed enter Rosaria from the sea. So then, had you a vested interest in Titan's survival, whither would you take him? Why, home to Drake's Fang, a place rich enough in ether to conjure the magics needed to mend his hurts. But would that not entail an arduous voyage around the southern cape? Let us say that the Royalists did put ashore with a mind to spirit Kupka away from under your very nose. Could that truly have been their plan for him? To load him aboard one of the ships flying Republican colors sighted off the coast near Port Isolde. To spend weeks at sea, being tossed hither and yon by unforgiving waves, his life hanging in the balance. No. The journey would mean Titan's death, and Kupka's faithful creatures would not allow it. So what then was the plan of our Waluda friends? Reports suggest they made not for the coast, but for the desert. And by cutting through the Velcroy, a party traveling light would have Titan back in his bed days before a galley could lurch into port. To wit, it was the Royalists, not the Republicans, who effected Hugo Kupka's safe retreat. I would stake your life on it.
So it was the Waluda. Now I think about it. There was something... The men seemed almost... as if they believed, or were made.
You have a keen mind, and you have your answer. To find it may well have gone cold by now, but as...
Allow me to accompany... As luck would have it, I had intended to journey Canberward on business.
I'd be glad of the company. Give me a moment to make ready. I need to tell my friends what we've...
Very well, but...
Mid's finished outfitting her little workshop, I hear.
With a little help from C.
Oh, you know, I won't risk any...
The lands are on the fat. You have it? I know, we've heard.
Thanks.
Sure.
Don't look...
Thanks.
Gav.
You can count.
Weesh. I was a young man when last I walked this path. There's an old trading post not far from here. The road to Drake's Fang leads through it.
The trading post it is. Good girl.
Faster! Our destination lies over that dune, beyond the ruins. Mark 'em well, Clive. It's all too easy to lose one's bearings in the sands.
Thanks, girl. See a thing.
Come, Clive! Let us turn back before we lose our way!
Steady, girl. Faster!
Straight home now.